Our study in the book of Psalms continues today with just one chapter, Psalm 96. Title of this, "O Sing unto the Lord a New Song." I invite you to open your Bible with me to this beautiful psalm of praise. Now, just a note before we dive into our study, if you subscribe to heartofashepherd.com, you're going to find this devotional in its posted written form, and also that I've taken the time to bracket words that amplify the words of the text. So I do invite you to consider subscribing. Well, let's look at Psalm 96. You'll notice that this is an evangelistic psalm of praise and a universal invitation to all the earth to worship and sing praises to the Lord. Now, verses 1 through 9, we have a call for worship and praise to the Lord. 3 times the psalmist called on worshipers to sing. In verse 1, "O sing unto the Lord a new song. Sing unto the Lord, all the earth. Sing unto the Lord, bless his name. Show forth his salvation from day to day," verses 1 and 2. Now, as we consider verses 1 through 3, I would ask the question, what was this new song? I believe it was a song of salvation, a song of redemption, and then an invitation to all who worship the Lord to, verse 2, show forth his salvation. Now, the psalmist invited God's people in verse 3 to declare God's glory among the heathen, that is, the non-Hebrew people. Now, not only are believers supposed to sing unto the Lord, but they are also, verse 7 and 8, to give unto the Lord. Now, you have already noticed that the psalm opened with a threefold invitation: sing unto the Lord, sing unto the Lord, sing unto the Lord. And then as you come to verses 7 and 8, we now see a threefold call to give. Let's consider verse 7 and 8. In verse 7, "Give unto the Lord, all ye kindreds of the people, give unto the Lord glory and strength." In verse 8, "Give unto the Lord the glory due unto his name. Bring an offering and come into his courts." Now, the evangelistic message of Psalm 96 continued then with an invitation to worship the Lord in verse 9. Now, genuine worship recognizes God's holiness, and those who worship him fear and honor or revere the Lord. And then we are, in verses 10 through 13, given a cause for rejoicing. We who, verse 10, worship the Lord are to declare to the heathen that the Lord reigneth. That is, he is the sovereign of heaven and earth. And then he shall judge the people righteously. Why? Because God is a just God. And so Psalm 96 then concludes with a doxology reminding us that Adam's sin brought the curse of sin upon the world. And the effect of this curse is evident in nature in verse 22, where we read, "The whole creation groaneth and travaileth in pain." Now, let me just amplify that for you for a moment. We often have great storms. Here I live in Florida. We have hurricanes. If you live in the Midwest, you experience tornadoes. If you live in other parts of the U.S., you experience earthquakes. If you live in other areas of the world, you will experience even explosions of volcanoes. And so the earth is constantly groaning. And that is what is portrayed here as a result of sin. Romans chapter 8 and verse 22 then, "The whole creation it groaneth," or creation itself sorrows. Why? Because of sin. And as a result of that, it travaileth in pain. From the moment of Adam and Eve's sin in the garden, creation itself has been embroiled in sorrow and in groaning. Well, the psalmist, as I close, envisioned a day when nature would rejoice. We read in verses 11 and 12 that the heavens, the earth, the sea, the field, the trees of the wood will rejoice. And so I ask the question, what will cause nature to rejoice? And it will be, we read in verse 13, when the Lord comes, quote, to judge the earth. For he shall judge the world with righteousness and the people with his truth. Yes, we live in a sin-cursed world, a world of violence, a world often filled with hatred, and a world in which even nature itself is groaning in sorrow. But when the Lord comes again, that time of suffering and sorrow will be put away. Look for the coming of the Lord and be ready to stand before him. God bless, and bye-bye.